Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2018 Austrian Open Darts Championships here in Graz. This is our 6th match of the afternoon. Time to meet our players. Introducing to you first from Hungary and a member of the Hungarian World Cup team. Will you please welcome Tamás Alexits! And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome a PDC Challenge Tour winner from Ireland. It's the Whistler, J.Cullen!
Scott Taylor, the latest man through to the second round of the Austrian Darts Open. It's down to either J.Cullen or Tamás Alexits to join him in round 2. J.Cullen, now this is a Euro Tour debut for him, but we will see him at the Dutch Darts Masters in Zwolle coming up. Tamás, well, Euro Tour debut for him. It's only the second time he's tried qualifying for one of these European tours. And from Hungary, we have seen players from Hungary have little bits of success on the Euro Tour. Not loads, but look who he beat in qualifying to get here. Nandor Bezeg, cheeky Nandor, World Cup stalwart for Hungary. Pál J.Cullen, the Blade, another veteran Hungarian player. And then Krzysztof Ratajski, the world master. He's had to beat a BDO major champion just to make it to round 1 here in Graz, and he takes on J.Cullen.
Tamás to throw first. Game on.
Ron Malarkey in the commentary box for me, Dan Dawson, for Alexits versus Cullen.
And he's done all that, Dan, whilst holding down the day job, which is
45.
Yeah.
He works as a demonstrator and salesman in a kitchens showroom.
Well, there you go.
60.
And the other thing I know about him, which has had a bit of the gloss taken off it, given it's on the back of his shirt, he plays for the Aramis Darts Club, which is emblazoned in gold letters, and there's the logo on the chest pocket as well.
I see.
Very nicely turned out he is. No doubts about where Cullen is from, given his green, white and gold. Could be the Ivory Coast, I suppose, but it is Enniscorthy in County Wexford, to be precise. He doesn't work in a kitchen showroom.
Are you going to say about every player in action today whether or not they work in a kitchen showroom?
Well, why not? I was going to say then, actually, Dan, there is one other player.
Yeah.
Can you name him? But no, he's the only one as far as I'm aware. But as you say, Dan, seriously, Alexits put in a really good string of results, and it all makes very interesting build-up towards the Hungarian World Cup bid, which, of course, features Alexits. He'll be partnering Nandor Bezeg at the World Cup in Germany in May.
96.
J.Cullen, the Whistler, and just in case you're in any doubt, they've got a massive clip art whistle on his shirt, just as a little clue there.
60. Jason Uruguay, 148.
Well, it's on, definitely on. It's not now, but with Alexits on 193, Cullen will return, looking for a very early breaker throw here.
Yeah, the first Hungarian to play Euro Tour was a guy called János Varga, who beat Barney to qualify. Double 16.
32.
Chance,
Amateur require
but it's a slim one for Alexits. Too slim.
95. Jason require 16.
Well, he can't really afford to make too many more mistakes on his doubles here. Double 8 though for Cullen for the opening leg, and it would be a break of throw, and he's not there yet. Might be a 21 dart break, and it is for J.Cullen. A man who beat Cameron Menzies 5-4 in the final of the 4th Challenge Tour event of this year. That was at the end of January. Menzies in action later against his roommate this weekend, Adam Hunt. That's in the 4th match of the evening session.
58.
Yeah, curious one that, isn't it? That Cullen went on and won that Challenge Tour. They do 2 a day on a Saturday and Sunday for these Challenge Tour weekends.
81.
He hadn't picked up a single pound in the first 3 events, and then by the time it came to Sunday evening, he had $2,000 in his hand.
Yeah, and he's also picked up another grand this year by topping up the field at 8 Players' Championship events so far.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have got in those were it not for that run to the final and the victory on the Challenge Tour. You might have seen Jason actually before, because he did play BDO stuff.
140.
And played a lot of, played the World Masters, but early round exit, things like that. But he did win, make the final of the Tom Kirby, which is that tournament they hold at the Grand Prix, the City West in Dublin. That's the World Championship qualifier, essentially. Willie O'Connor beat him in the final. Played really well, actually, Willie O'Connor in that final, and then disappeared off. Didn't even hang around for the final of the Grand Prix because he had to go to work early doors the next morning.
Not in a kitchen showroom.
Not in a kitchen showroom.
140.
Perfect setup shot. Tamas on tops after 12 darts. Cullen to steal it away.
Oh yes, 18s.
85.
Well, that was a chance for Cullen there, but by the same token, Alexits here looking at tops. That was a long way north of the wire. That's much closer, but he's not there yet. That's going to do the job, though. And the
third leg, it's Tamas to throw first.
Hungarian fans in the crowd. We met one of them at the start of the day today, summoned onto the stage as part of the pre-match or pre-afternoon session entertainment. One of the fans dragged up on stage to do the walk-on.
81.
Whose walk-on did he pick to do?
Well, it was curious because he said his favourite player was Phil Taylor, and then Russ Bray came on stage, announced it as Peter Wright for some reason, and then we ended up having the Phil Taylor music. There was a bit of a laugh and a joke about it. It all went down well. But yeah, he's not alone. There's a few of them that have travelled over the border. A few Hungarian cars parked outside as well, so there's a significant number of people, here full stop, but Hungarians as well.
Well, of course.
Here ended my monologue about Hungary today.
I liked it. And it must be a bit frustrating for some of the Hungarian players. I mentioned János Varga being the first to qualify for the Euro Tour.
Was that only last year, that as well?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Because it was the one event that Krzysztof Ratajski didn't manage to come through in that Eastern European qualifier.
And by the just quickly as well, Alexits was the only non-Polish winner of that first batch of Euro qualifiers for this year as well.
So yeah, because Krzysztof had been dominating that Eastern European qualifier, they got their own qualifying event, and then it was just the Krzysztof Ratajski qualifier, so nobody was getting a look in all the way through last year. It's been a little bit more spread around this year.
100.
And I don't think we've seen Ratajski playing anywhere near the level that he was playing last year on the Euro Tour. Having said that, he won a UK Open qualifier at the start of the year. Strange old game.
It would be difficult for Ratajski to maintain that sort of domination, wouldn't it, over the course of 2 years, let alone one. I mean,
97.
He did phenomenally well last year in Euro qualifying and in Europe itself.
Yeah, but I just don't think we've seen him throwing at that 98 average that he always seems to produce. Not enough anyway, just that one magical day in Wigan earlier on this year. For a third breaker throw, double 10. Double 5.
Shot on the third leg.
The Whistler edges in front once more.
Fourth leg is Jason to throw first. Game on.
Mervyn King, the number 11 seed, awaits the winner of this one.
97.
And we've got the Nordic and Baltic qualifier coming up next as well. Big D, Darius Labanauskas from Lithuania,
96.
up against Richie Edhouse in our penultimate match of the afternoon session. Looking forward to seeing Darius Labanauskas. He's done good things on the BDO circuit.
Yeah, we mentioned it with Paul Nicholson in the previous game about how he's top of the Scandinavian rankings, and they don't give that position away for free with the quality of players they've got there. So
58.
I'm expecting a pretty good game there. It could be one of the games of the afternoon session.
Yeah.
Well, I was fully expecting the Henderson-Barnard game to produce a cracker, and in the end it was just Michael Barnard who just coasted towards the victory.
It's strange. I mean, we highlighted before the game started that Barnard was in great form, had that success on the Challenge Tour as well, and I expected a bit more from John Henderson this morning, or sorry, earlier this afternoon.
124.
Under to leave 165, not thinking there, the Hungarian. Bogey number 165, no pressure at all on this.
On the fourth leg,
and a 14 darter.
Yeah, what would you put that down to? It's a very different environment for him, European Tour debut, just a moment of lapse of concentration.
Well, look, I mean, the most successful player of all time, Phil Taylor, used to hit ton 40s to leave 166 and 165 all the time. Now, sometimes 180 number 2 for Cullen. Sometimes Taylor would then retroactively say, oh yeah, well I was just trying to send a message out to my opponent, hit a 180 and show him I didn't need to think about counting because I was just too good. And the amount of times he did hit a 180 to leave 126 or 125 was astonishing. But he just wasn't doing his maths. That's what it was.
But Taylor's got this. I mean, he's one of the best counters, or he was one of the best counters in the game.
I mean, look, yeah, he could count. It's just that sometimes he just didn't. It's being aware. You can get swept up in a game, in a leg. And you speak to somebody like Stephen Bunting, say, Bunting will start thinking about what shots he's going, what routes he's going, as soon as he gets past 400. Just because he needs to be aware. He doesn't want to be in a position. I mean, sometimes even Bunting gets it. But he is thinking about it very early on in the leg. Just because you've got to give yourself as many opportunities as possible. And that is a superb leg of darts from J.Cullen. 11 darter. And Tamas sat on 95 after 4 visits. He's done nothing wrong.
And if Alexits was in any doubt that he couldn't afford to give any opportunities away today, he's certainly brutally aware of that now, because he's very quickly found himself 4-1 down here. Cullen has the throw for a 5-1 lead as well. And he also needs to capitalise on sluggish starts like that from Cullen as well. 80 on the board, 140 there.
140.
Alexits to get himself going in this sixth leg.
Well, Cullen averaging just over 94. And you can see he's just outscored
96.
Alexits right the way through this game. Couple of 180s. Still waiting for a first maximum for Alexits. But look, I mean, with very, very early days. Alexits' his official earnings from darts coming into this tournament.
€20?
20 euro.
Yeah.
20 euro. He probably gets more commission on a fitted kitchen.
I hope so.
134.
Well, I don't know what a Hungarian kitchen looks like, but I assume that it would be more than 20 quid commission.
I've got to say, I did take a peek at this the website of this company.
Are you in the market for a kitchen?
Not right now, but if I lived in Hungary, then I would be. But
okay.
no immediate plans to.
Malarkey holiday home extends to.
No.
100.
I've no immediate plans to
167.
move over here or to Hungary or Austria for that matter.
More on
46
from Malarkey's life plans later, but right now J.Cullen looking 111 for a 5-1 lead.
Now looking at 92, now looking at double 16.
95.
Well,
Amateur 121.
highest checkout of the day so far, 41 in this one. That would have blown that one out of the water. Finds the treble 17 to leave the bull.
96.
Wrong side of the wire.
16.
And his fourth dart at double in this match, Alexits, because he has been outscored by Cullen. Other side, Jason.
No score.
It was the other side, but it wasn't quite in the red bit.
Well, Alexits himself might be looking at double 8 in a moment. He's just found the 9, by the way. Enormous strain into the 12. And he has gone the wrong side there by a long way, busting his score. And that is, well, pretty unforgivable at this stage of the match. And sure enough, Cullen has jumped all over that, takes out double 8. 5-1, another lesson learned there for the young Hungarian. Tamás Alexits, 5-1 down. Highest average of the day so far, just going back to the averages. Highest average of the day so far after 6 and a bit matches.
42.
Oh, sorry, 5 and a bit matches. Brendan Dolan, 92.88. Ron the Bomb was way above that for a time, but it dipped at the end of that one.
100.
Well, I think Cullen is in line to beat that. It's going to be very, very close, you would imagine. We'll see if he can finish with a flourish
83.
here.
Yeah, 5 from 17 on his doubles. Had he just sharpened up on that aspects of his game, I think he would be safely on course for a
58.
top average of the day so far. As it is, he won't really care too much about that.
80.
2 European Tour debutants here, both with the same objective at the start of the day, to come through, win the match and move on. And it's Cullen doing the better job of it at the moment. Yeah, shake of the head there from Alexits once again.
81.
Yeah, he's lost the darts. Cullen, finishing line in sight here for the Irishman. Not the only Irishman we've seen this afternoon. Steve Lennon will round off the afternoon session against Roxy James Rodriguez, looking to break the hearts of this Austrian crowd. Very healthy crowd for the Friday afternoon session, gotta say.
87.
Has Roxy James got a baby, by the way?
I believe he does, yes.
Yeah, and there's another Rodriguez in the building.
Even though some of them with RJ as the initials.
Well, I would hope so. I really do hope so. Got 2 away in the Philippines at the moment, but there is another Rodriguez here. Off the conveyor belt of Rodriguez production line here.
You're never more than 8 feet away from an RJ rod when you're in Austria. That's just a statistical fact.
Scientists have proven this.
No chance for Alexits to take out the 128, but there's a chance for Cullen to make it a 6-1 winner, 3rd in a row this afternoon. Double 5 will do it.
Game shot and the match.
J.Cullen safely through to round 2 on his Euro Tour debut. The Irishman will take on Mervyn King for a spot in the last 16 tomorrow. We have a couple more games this afternoon in the Austrian Darts Open. Steve Lennon will look to join his compatriot J.Cullen in round 2 when he takes on Roxy James Rodriguez in the final game of the session. But coming up now, it's Matt House, Richie Edhouse against the man who is dominating the Scandinavian tour right now, Darius Labanauskas.
Well done, Jason. Enjoy that out there? Looked like you did.
Yeah, first time up here.
Well, that certainly didn't show in how you played there. You looked really, really, really relaxed, and obviously your tummy's obviously going over, but you look really relaxed, and everything seemed to flow.
Yeah, trying to keep myself relaxed, you know. As I said, first time up here, you don't know what's going to happen, whether the nerves are going to kick in or not. So trying to use the small bit of experience I had just to keep myself cool, just to try to keep doing what I'm doing. And it worked for a change.
Excellent, excellent. You've got a fabulous crowd here as well. And as always at our European events, when we do get new guys coming on, they do get nervous, but I think your heart warmed out to them.
Yeah, no, fabulous crowd, and I'm hoping they're rooting for the Irish now for the weekend.
Well, good luck for the next round, Jason. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, J.Cullen. Next up, folks, we have Richie Edhouse, and we have Darius Labanauskas.